Hello and welcome, everybody. We're continuing on the Fontaine quests that we started yesterday. There we go. Oh, little tired today, so energy might be everywhere throughout this stream. So hooray! And let's continue. I have no idea how long I'm going to stream today, but if you catch me, hello. Ah, buenos. My favorite chocolate. Num num num. Huh? Hold up. A long day in the mountains. Prologue. I'm guessing it's the one that's there. But let's get those waypoints. Because this is gonna let us finish this web event. Do you want to do that? I'm here. I know I need a lot of views. So Dorman Porter. Ah, amazing. Do I get to go up there? There's a combat challenge up there. Is that a combat challenge? Yeah, it's a time. Ah, world quest. You know what? I don't care. I can start world quests. It doesn't fucking matter, I guess. No, it's not fun. Meanwhile, that's auto playing. What am I doing? Remember, everyone, make sure to hydrate. Damn. That dog's fast. So, my brightness down? Yeah, my brightness was down. Graveyard. Bum 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 bum. A long day in the mountain. Is that the one I need? Well, guess who just accepted that quest? May. I'm not going to do that quest for a long time. Is there another one door there? That one's up. Interesting. I'll go accept random quest. Ah, yes. Fling, 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 fling. Done. Now I'm gonna get like 6 notifications for Primo Gems. Hopefully. Yo, these looks like one of the boats that Linnea was going to be grabbing. There's another quest. Yeah, you heard all of them. Interesting. Ah, yes. Love to see it. Is there a thing anywhere? There's one over there. That would activate the quest. I need this later anyway. Primo gems. Nothing mysterious in the sky. Yes, exploration. 20 primo gems each. That damage is insane to me. Those. I already know Chaska very well. Although I do want to see their actual weapon. That means this is gonna. Oh, it's 40%. Okay. So they're betting on the 100% crit damage though. Kind of insane. Let's see this damage. Yeah, decent. You offline, so and that's just some upgrade material that I put. Right. 'Let me check. That's 38 hitty. That's all right. I'm gonna try and save for a 20 pool. I do want to do this one because this also gives a pool, but I need to do the story. That's fine. All the way in Inazuma for a Sumeru quest. Why would I choose? I don't know how often that can be changed. Should have put it. Indeed. Yeah, I got no vision. Totally don't know anything. No! Hmm. No, 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 no. I do not want to see that two things. Oh, interesting. sure you hydrate. Don't want any of y'all's dehydrating. Guess we will. Oh, it's this random guy with the bad voice acting. Is it? I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. Indeed. Pardon me. Mm. Um, are you kidding me? This is a story. This is a world quest. Hmm. Ah, so- I know this is voice, but I want the other quest. I'm not this. Okay. Let me finish this already. Old man. Uh, uh, became a hoarder.
The Primordial Sea. Both of them are from Fontaine.
I already not. Alright. Danger. Excuse me, I clicked E on my column beaner and he was basically dead. Higher. No. Oh, just uh, I understand that. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Hi there. Um, just followed you. Uh,
Um. Let me fix that and just. Why is things so quiet? Can you hear me? Uh, yeah. Are you able to quickly text in the yes, please? Oh, you did too. You did too. Nah. There you go. You would have just gotten something in your thingamajig. You might disconnect from chat, like swipe up from it. Swipe up from it um and then yep. I am trying to like figure out. Uh yes, let me just this, 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 cancel this, this. This, 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 this. This, this, this. Ah, this, this. Some of that.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me.
Yep.
We
You
have a
want to know
chance
why
here
you
to
couldn't
save an
before?
innocent victim.
That's why. I don't know how far back the stream is. But it was at 2, yeah.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful
That was by
ignorance.
accident.
I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now,
No, you're fine
take
to
me
stay in
in
there.
your hand.
Oh, trust me, hold up, let me pull up. Let me pull up my mod view. Manu mod view. Mod. Mod conditions. You are unable to ban yourselves. Although I can. You can ban Twitch, by the way. Well, I can just unban myself via the console.
Yeah. There you go. You have just been updated. Lead moderator. It just came with a few new settings to make it so you can't delete the channel. It's like a 16-step process with 3 verifications on my end, but who knows? Oh wait, no, hold up. I think I clicked the wrong one. I was meant to make you moderator, not lead moderator. Sorry about that. No, I did. You'll see in the moderator thing, it would say that you would updated to lead, unupdated to lead.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right.
Well,
So
I kind of
far,
have to
this
do
was
the
as I
freaking,
expected.
the Sumeru, main quest for some reason. The interlude. I'm doing it for the wish.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
I have done something not good.
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured
I am
much turmoil,
finding out how to
it
undo
probably
it.
hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Why is it doing that? Oh, why is it doing that? What? Because sometimes when I look over, chat and stuff like that, I have missed like 16 minutes of messages. Because some people were self-promoting, not that long ago, and I didn't notice it. Yes. Self-promote. Whoops. I am currently
Ah, all
build
right.
my own
Please
stuff.
lead the way.
What about Amano Mayuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Aminoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
So yeah, I need to do this side quest to do the interlude chapter for no reason. No, you're fine. It took me like 3 months to find everything. Well, that's what a mod view looks like.
All right.
Ready to spice things up.
Give me a moment. My display settings is Why is my OBS deciding to be elongated? Okay, now it's not elongated. Why? Stand here. What's at the top of the screen that's not allowing you to do anything? What?
Yay, finally. I got it to work again. Finally. Twitch has decided to work. Oh, sorry. OBS has decided to work again. Hooray.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
No, I want to use my character's Kazuha.
Let's get down to business. How's this?
The smallest delay between my talking. Ah, 80% refinement 5. That's like my 4th refinement 5 thing.
The wind knows me.
Let's get down to business.
That hurt! One with nature. Time to go. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to... Let's keep going.
You want to see what my side looks like? This is OBS, so multi-chat, normal chat, like, if I click this button, my stream turns off. I click this button, my stream turns off. These are the sources, these are just like the things, I can hear different things. I also can click this button. Then updated thing, viewer, stream information. I'm going to switch this around. My mod view here, which has like other little mod things and stuff like this just around. I can also check who is in chat. Yo, that person was here yesterday! Yeah. Oh no, if you look at my thing, you can see they exist. Yeah. Yeah, they has a massive delay.
My lucky day.
To the wind. The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I'm gonna take my frames back.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment. I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal. Time to get one with nature. Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming from? Yup, we can help.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
It's just more of the same.
Let's get down to
One
business.
with nature. It's fine. That hurt. Into the wind. Wind strider. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire.
Welcome back.
All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry, from here on I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
I've rediscovered my favorite chocolate, by the way.
When
Bueno.
I touched the hilt for the first time,
The Kinder
it's
one.
as if I was transported to a strange dimension. It was
I
somewhere I've
know.
never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak,
Uh-huh.
and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya,
Garden.
the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth. So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma, no matter how long or how hard the journey. But he never wished to rival the gods. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith, that they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were worked by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numbed the mind. Over time, I lost sight of the difference between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder. What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me that he had wanted me to have the grandest opening battle. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. You must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I see. He used my body to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryu Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
I said, yay, Chebsk. It's Cheb? Careful, okay. Ooh. I saw a big chest. I knew I saw a big chest. Did you see this? Holy.
Up to the freezer!
This guy's
Who's
not
on the
going to
loose?
Bruh, I didn't even use my freaking skirt. Sorry, Spec, you're just never gonna be able to be in battle.
Your hard work is paying off, as it should.
Do I have any? I have a Sumeru and a Fontaine. Okay, I'll finish this.
Merciless.
Sumeru.
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Even now, Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that Blade hasn't told us everything. Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption, it's hard not to feel a teensy bit sorry for him. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right, successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
You shall not land a hit on me. I'm doing it.
The wind knows me. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize.
You need not seek my forgiveness. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes,
Thank you.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Hell yeah.
It's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade. Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well. Ryuji, from the Bonton Sango Detective Agency, tells me that they've found the missing Mr. Nagato.
Really? Is he okay?
Yes. Badly wounded, but he will live. And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering in your ear again?
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it.
But... he... Ugh.
Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin.
My is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Oh yeah, I forgot this mission gives you a weapon.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand. Perhaps this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations. Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the vision hunt to your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also go update Kujo Kamaji?
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation, and it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Merciless.
You've returned. I hear that the issue has been resolved. Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were lost. The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this path. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but
Very well. I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the shogunate's assistance, please...
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next time?
As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Get to follow your path. Now, for some reason, completing this
You must have a whole bunch of
random-
questions after our last conversation with Nahida.
Let me lock this else. Yeah, I did. Now, for some reason, completing that random one
Like,
unlocked
about these
quest all the way over
descenders. So,
the interlude chapter. Like, what the heck? First things first.
and as for your brother... whew, so many questions.
Ad Astra.
Yeah, a sword that I shall never use. I do want this continuing one. There was one back, but some nice. Weird. Also believe there to be one somewhere. Interactive map. This- Basically, you're trying to answer the questions, with the evidence that you have. So try and pick something that I don't know either. Good luck. Would it be like dissolving? I don't know. I knew there was one of them. Well, huh? Oh.
Down or up? Up.
Merciless.
Surge. Did they run from home too?
Used a 10 pool last night. I currently have 0 wishes. I have 38 pity. Does that answer your question?
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here.
Well, if it's
Yeah, well, this is my teacher's area of research. I can't change. I want to write my essay on something interesting.
Yes, you came to me. So,
Did one of them just mention Tatarasuna? Is it just Paimon, or is it kinda unusual for someone in Sumeru to want to write a paper about that? Great! Let's go find out what this
Hey. Although I can do this one later. Yep. Bit of that quest. Just I'm gonna do it. Not yet though. I have 15 hours.
I came here
in
several times
here,
with my
so-
father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Oh, don't worry! We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already!
Ah, in that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good! People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life!
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for
Welcome
the
back.
rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist, to seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical?
All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed, then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested.
Valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep. All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was... Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Can't you see Paimon's barely an inch off the ground?
Okay. As for expenses this month...
Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
Yes. Oh, okay. So if you weren't listening, these people are like Fontanian. And there's a curse, the Primordial Sea, where all the people and their descendants are made of basically primordial sea water. So when they get touched by the primordial sea, they dissolve into said water. The reason why the defendant didn't happen before is because they're from Monster.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Yeah, because they're in Fontaine. The Fontanians get dissolved by water
Looks
from
like
the
we're back
primordial
here
sea.
again, huh? Traveler? That's kinda spooky.
Well,
are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache.
I'm guessing it was stuck in their
Vache.
hat.
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, Traveler?
No.
Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Yeah, I guess. Is this the Oceanad? Bruh. Fuck this one. The Oceanad? You fought this boss yet? Dislike it.
Vache. Are you... my dear... No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? I'm... Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore. I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember, no matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him
You'll see it
equally as much.
soon.
But now,
When I say soon, I mean
we can no longer
13
go
hours.
back. No! Our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way
You're
for
not
us.
Fontanian.
The thought of me gives him no secret.
Nothing, I guess.
So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me.
Well, there is no physical
him to
form
move
of the
on.
primordial sea that you
That
can
is the
currently
only thing I
access other
still
than the
remember.
Narwhal boss fight, but there's like a sheen layer between that is placed by the Hydro Dragon.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, Told him that I did not suffer. Is that what you call it? Dissolving. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so
But yeah,
long in a
for the
world.
people
I
of
hear your
Fontaine,
companion.
they once came from
It's
water,
time for you to
and
go,
the
I
prophecy
think.
says you once go back to water. Just like how our human one is, we come from dust and shall we go back to dust.
Farewell then.
I
I am
think.
glad
I
that
don't
you were able
really
to
know the
sense
scripture.
my presence.
But yeah, they have a water one.
Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
I was quoting the Bible. Ah, yes. Hey, what the fuck? Yeah, I was talking to a... Where?
Demoiselle, look out!
So much XP!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex.
Ah.
Clorand?
Clorand? The fuck are you doing here? Oh, you're here to help me. Okay. Clorand. I like using her as a DPS.
Quick, now's our chance!
I do not. She's a 5-star. Nope. She's an out-of-date DPS, but she's a good. Well, no, the scaling was amazing until Natlin came out, because you would still be able to use Mondstadt characters and still get really good DPS. But Natlin came out, which added a whole new thing and mechanics and stuff. Yeah.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand.
Yeah.
But before I do so,
Am I gonna
could you
get all the
explain how you
drops from the
managed to
people,
show up
please? I
here?
kinda need 300 of them.
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Well, just don't pull. It's quite simple.
Sorry, I did not
Guess
consider
what?
your
You have another
feelings.
game on your left screen that is currently gambling, so come on.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that
Exactly.
I'd be in grave danger?
Make a new account then. What? Yeah.
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful.
Are you talking about they go to standard banner and then they go to limited banner? Because the pity doesn't cross over. I'm not sure. I don't know, relatively. It's probably just them being delusional. Yeah. Although I will be right back. I need to go to the loo.
Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law.
What?
I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force
yeah,
of
I have
sorts.
quick hotkeys for
What?
it.
Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clarand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clarand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clarand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well,
May you
to
share
be
your
honest,
screen so I can
you're
see?
the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh?
So, may I can see? Sorry.
Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes.
Yep.
All thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too?
Well, you did foil a plan that they... Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the... Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too! But it was real faint. Does that mean...
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing to be...
New intel? What?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important. Vache. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least... But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been... threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Hell yeah.
You did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That
No,
means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us.
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
What in the heck achievement name did I just see? After you finish this dialogue, you're going to see the weirdest achievement name that you have ever seen. Something French!
It's right up ahead, but let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, Demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Huh, very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
This is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently...
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right?
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself.
Got the achievement name?
I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, my father's name is Callus. 3 years ago.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender. 3 years later, how could he protect his honor if he's dead? The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been
so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records.
Yep.
However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something.
Oh.
I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth.
Interesting.
If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Demoiselle, please.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. Master Callus did so much good. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident.
Wait! If Callus was such a good man, Wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No.
45 days.
Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really.
Not the same
Everyone's
amount
like
that you would get.
People
That
love
would
watching
probably
the
only be
evil turn
useful
over a
if,
new leaf.
whatchamacallit,
But they also
you've
enjoy
already
watching
finished
good
the
people
game.
fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... Never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh,
Go back to the same place you just had that conversation.
Not the sort of thing...
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis.
Go to the
She
place
knew
where you
Master
had the
Callus
conversation. Also, you see
beforehand
the little
and greatly
particles on the ground?
respected him. There was only ever one.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just...
Don't worry, Navia.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us, yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh,
Down
Papa.
you go.
All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Thanks.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. Whether it be this won't do.
My goodness, you just called Navia extremely poor.
Paimon's, huh? Navia?
I sent them back to Poisson. It's Spina de Rosula's place of origin, and where we have...
Paimon gets the feeling that you're just trying to get them off your back. But never mind.
What I
I
thought
just
when I
returned
first
after
saw this
going out
place
for a
is,
while.
holy fuck,
some
they
investigation.
constructed a city under the
So
city.
you didn't sleep at all?
How could I?
Guess Paimon...
Unfortunately, this name seems to have been wiped from existence. I suspect that those behind this...
Yeah.
That mean... No. There is... And that is the archives kept by Chief Justice Neuvillette. A place where deep... If the Oceanid you met...
So Neuvillette maintains an archive of case file? In that case, let's go talk to him, shall... Aren't you coming along, Navia? Did you get tired?
No, it's nothing. Let's go see the Honorable Chief Justice.
By the way, you're right, she is extremely poor. That
Palais is
restaurant
right
that
up
you
ahead.
went
Come
to,
on.
it's like $2,000 per like meal and stuff. After that, that's 2 chests. Shut up. Yeah, it basically went through her entire monthly savings, by the way.
Halt! Please state your business here. The Chief Justice is presently occupied with official matters.
Huh. This place does look pretty heavily guarded. Guess that proves that Neuvillette's files are really secure.
Hey, don't you recognize us?
Huh? Who are you? Just to be clear, I don't care who you are or who you might be related to. Our rules make no exceptions.
See? They've got great discipline, too.
Yep. Paimon can tell.
If you're here just to crack jokes, I can point you towards the exit.
No. What I meant to say is, shouldn't you remember us from a few days ago? We were at the
Oh, yes, I remember. I read about it in the...
We're here today to report and archive some information on a follow-up case.
Huh. Is that even a...
Of course. Don't worry. We're here on official business. You can trust us.
All right then, I'll let you through. The Chief Justice is just inside.
Thanks so much.
Please come in.
You are literally hot on my tail, by the way. Catching up? No.
Sorry to barge in, Monsieur Neuvillette.
It's all right.
Please let me.
So you're not mad at us?
You're not going to be
We're
playing
looking
for
for a
7
man
hours,
called
are you?
Vache. He...
Ah, I see. In that case, please wait here a moment while I browse through the files.
Understandable. But that's just one click away.
Who knew that Neuvillette would be
The
so
only time I
easy to
skip
talk
text
to?
is when it can make sense for them to continue from that.
Unfortunately, I'm quite certain that no one... There are no records of him either in the files...
Traveler, what if it was...
Is that so? All right then. Thank you so much, Miss...
Ahem. Miss Navia, I can understand how you feel. Your father, Callus, was a truly exceptional man.
And what are you trying to say? Are you trying to console me? Extend your... No. You are not trying to do any of that. I can hear it in your voice. It's just like last time. After you even told me then that you thought there was something fishy with it. In your eyes, the value of a human life, if you truly regret my father's death.
Yeah?
Then why didn't you call a stop to the duel? Why didn't you give me the power to stop him from everything was hanging on a thread at that moment? There are still so many things. If you really
The point where
have
I
no
was
heart,
at on my other account
then
was I
just
finished
look me in
Fontaine.
the eyes.
I'm sorry, Miss Navi.
You and my father
Exactly.
are truly alike. It's not so much that you can't... Oh well. My apologies for taking my emotions out on you, Monsieur Chief Justice. Let's go, Traveler and Paimon.
It still exists. Just haven't played it. Because I don't have Chaska. I lost to the 50-50 and don't have any primos.
You're right. Wasn't it
Yeah.
still sunny when we went into the building?
Now that I think of it,
Yeah.
on the day my father was convicted...
What is it? Did you think of something?
I got 3 Chi-Chis in a row.
Yeah,
This
he was
before
outside.
capturing Radiance
It was
in
uncovered and the
existence.
rain could fall there. That thought has occurred to us before. We've even
So,
expanded the search area
yeah.
to try to account for that. But didn't find anything of
Capturing
value.
Radiance is if you
Oh?
lose 2 times in a row.
Wait.
Sorry, if you lose 1
You
time,
don't mean...
then you basically have a guarantee on the next
So
time
you're
if it's the
saying
same banner.
the true
But if it's a
murderer could
different
have been
banner,
turned into
if you
water
lose that
and then
second
got
banner,
washed away with the rain?
next one you do,
Yeah.
you can trigger something called capturing Radiance,
Then no one
which
would have
you
believed
get
your
the,
dad, even
which,
if he explained what he saw to the
yeah.
authorities.
If you were to fail,
I really think
the
I
one
found a
that,
true...
if you
Alright,
were to fail again
let's
for
go
a
to
third
Poisson.
time,
With this new lead
that
in
means
mind,
you would
we'll
get
get
the
to the bottom
failed
of my
character,
father's
and
case for
capturing
sure.
Radiance will give you the banner character.
Do you want to go with me now?
Basically, yep.
Great.
But one of them's a fail. Capturing Radiance can only happen if you were to lose.
Merciless.
Whoa, what a huge ship!
There's no need to be so My father was the one who asked for it to be built like this. Perhaps our tastes and
Sorry, what did you say? It resets. No. That's superstition.
And Paimon thought you were bluffing when you said Spina di Rosula had a glorious
It's just because of chance and probability.
Paimon was confused, but now that Paimon has seen this ship...
Well, Poisson is where Spina di Rosula began, after all.
You
It's our
don't
main
have the
base.
TP
Our
point. So you didn't get automatically teleported there. I'm switching out my
Chamber
Columbina
full?
for my Chaska. Just for trouble. This is where I can gain some distance.
Maloose, we're back.
Apologies for the wait, Duma. You said before that you still had some business at the court. What brings you back to Poisson so...
About that. You still remember, right, Maloose?
Yes, the case was quite similar to that of Mr. Linney's.
Could you tell us a bit more about what happened before?
Yeah, of course. Many years ago, at a glance, it was a kind of drink that could excite your mood and produce many pleasant hallucinations.
Wait! Didn't that guard guy who turned into water also mention that the primordial water could be used to produce some kind of potion?
Yes, he did. If you drink synth for an extended amount of time, you'll suffer many side effects, such as losing the ability to focus or control your emotions. And if you were to stop drinking it completely, you'll experience flashes of paranoia and anxiety while lacking. As he oversaw Poisson, my father was compelled to put a stop to synth abuse.
This person just described
for a complete ban of
depression
it.
in a nutshell.
Boss's
And
uncompromising
you
attitude
taking your,
incurred the synth vendor's
medication
wrath.
for it.
But no matter how much
that
they
one is
threatened
underground.
or bribed him,
You can't do that one
he
yet.
refused to yield. Not only that, Boss became determined to find the mastermind.
Yes.
So you
But
see
the
the pool
enemy
of
was
water just
very
down
cunning. So he could never
Not
get
this
anything
one,
out of
not
the
this
dealers. All of whom only
Keep
sold
going
the
down
stuff
the waterfall.
and weren't recognizing that. My father decided to contact the dealers in secret
And then, yeah, you swim
and
there
cultivate
and you
personal
can get
relationships
both
with
of
the
them.
man's name was Jacques. He felt greatly ashamed about his work. After that night, my father hosted a banquet at his countryside estate. But then, we heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. We raced to the scene and found my father, still holding a gun, and Jacques.
Huh? How did that...
Sounds just like Lenny's case. Looking back on it, though, I now...
Precisely. It's all thanks to you that I made...
But, considering it now, you're right. We still don't know what happened.
Jacques was an empathetic man who would... I think this third person is probably the key to the full truth. On that note, however, even our opponent is insidious and cruel. Even though Spina de Rosula has lost most of its former glory, there is no need to follow your father's path.
If that's indeed what he wished for, then he should have told me that himself. Was I not the closest person to him? What was the point of him dying without sharing any of the secrets he knew? Did he manage to protect anything in the end? Synth is still here. Callus the Unfaithful is still his epithet. Did he think I'd just accept his meaningless death? I've never accepted that. Ever. Not since that day. And I want to find out the real answer for everyone's sake.
Davia.
This is indeed the best moment to act.
So you do know something else, Maloose?
Yes, I do. But what drove all the tensions to the boiling point?
What?
Boss and the serial disappearances case caused him great anxiety. 5 years was nowhere near enough time to resolve this long-standing conflict. Knowing all of this, but as long as you remained, if something were to happen to you, that...
Right. So nobody would be able to get off, Scott.
As we've seen, Boss's tactic has worked.
No, I don't believe it. He never appeared to look sick to me.
No father wants their daughter to see them weak and haggard, especially someone as proud as Boss. To him, dying in a duel and suffering lasting dishonor as the unfaithful...
So he chose to die in silence.
I'm afraid you're not understanding this correctly. If Boss's spirit could hear you telling me, I'm sure he'd be extremely proud.
No. Is that the amount of confidence he had in me? And what if I was never able to make it to where I am now? Yeah. I suppose that's true. But thankfully, he rarely talked to me about complex matters, and thus understood little of me as a person. Maloose, what was the key evidence that he shared with you?
It's the location where synth is produced. When he was threatening the enemy, Boss didn't share the specifics of the... But if you want to use it against the enemy...
Why? If we know where the place is, can't we just go storming in?
You mustn't forget that we're fighting against a mysterious and dangerous organization. There's no telling what might be lying in wait at their headquarters.
But a single visit to their headquarters would be tantamount to a formal declaration of war. The worst case would be that we leave empty-handed.
Then, in that case, why not?
Well, you saw one of them dissolve during Mr. Linney's case.
Huh. That's true. Seems my father really had no choice, but things are different now.
You sound like you've put a lot of thought into this, Malus.
I am the butler. I've always been willing to take on any kind of risk for your sake.
Thank you for all of that, Malus.
Let me think. When I announced orders to the organization's members, if the vendors didn't change their plans, then after several rounds of testing and investigative tracing, the first is Florent. Spina.
Huh? Florent?
Yes, surprising, isn't it? He was one of the people Boss trusted the most. Thanks to his position within Boss's there's someone else like him too. Marcel.
Uncle Marcel.
It's a guild in Poisson. In the beginning, they were only reselling some daily goods.
So, they're like a sister?
Yes, you can say that. It's a bit difficult to imagine someone use...
The final suspect is Thierry, the man responsible for coordinating information. But although the guards mostly leave us to our own devices, there are still... Since Thierry is...
I see. These are all people who I communicate with quite regularly. To think that the enemy we've been fighting against has been...
If you want to investigate...
Of course.
Oh, here's a
And
cool
thank
thing
you,
though.
Malus.
Because I've already done this
You
quest, I
provided
can
us
do
with a
a
lot
skip.
of great information.
You're too kind, my lady. And before I forget, proving bosses after that incident, if it might help, you could also pay them a visit.
Aw, thank you so...
A new case awaits, my dear partner. I hope we can...
Yeah, but what I was saying is the difference between you and me playing is that
Take me up.
I'm going to be probably playing after I go to bed.
It is settled then.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Sounding like trying to sleep. And when you said it is like it's a new experience that you get to learn.
This isn't like her at all.
I'm sorry.
If it's about that.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needless.
You don't understand at all.
I didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you. And to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the on the matter regarding my husband. My daughter and I...
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe...
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me he had many regrets. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he tried to be as careful.
They found out...
Papa didn't say...
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure. Which is why I'm the one who should feel guilty. Even if...
But Mama, Papa always...
Well...
Yeah.
Then you should hold up regardless of...
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone...
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance today?
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House?
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside. After my partner here put the dots together for me, can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened?
Let me... After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger, but when I got there...
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. Reason being, but according to about the clothes left at the scene that you mentioned, do you think there was a...
At least from our perspective, the gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callus ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing...
About that, Malus told me a thing or two. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. And if I may just say one more thing, the whole Callus the Unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day many people have laughed at me for still calling him, but it was Mr. Callus's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of no matter what others might say.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well. Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the Guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callus did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find... Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these 2 friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These 2 are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case, and my father's, may be...
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that... If you want to go through the original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd be much appreciated. Thank you. Actually...
Of course. Without them, Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by... So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do was get rid of the mecha series.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from if I had to make an analogy. When you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef... Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and so I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though...
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation. I'll be staying in the city for a little...
Hello. How may I help you? I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's. Sure. I will let him know right away.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were...
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive. To beat the Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in...
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Yes, I was reminded...
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even—
Oh, you're giving us too much credit.
Alas, it seems things are heating up again. The peace that... But rest assured, Navia, Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can... If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières...
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, the Confrérie was then I heard the sound of...
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora. All my wealth comes from Callus's patron...
Let's fly.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on—
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out— Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start? Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with a gun.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that— If I had to guess, he probably received an order from—
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
Oh? And why is that?
Ooh, that's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just...
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn... Makes sense. But besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the three suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Ooh, I should have been listening.
Huh? Hello? You seem to be back. No, I've been here the whole time. Go ahead. Yep.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a large number of Gardamex. It's still really hard for me to imagine, though. After all, Uncle Marcel has been around since I was just a child. Also, wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
It is Marcel. Wait. Maybe.
Thierry, you say? But I didn't...
Yeah, if the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Florent? But Spina...
So you're saying he's too...
Exactly. He can't. Who could it be? You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these three, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid up, the suspect is knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
Yes. Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky. But we need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Huh? Aren't you the guy from the guards? Did some—
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui harbinger called Tartaglia.
What?
Seriously?
Is...
Yeah, we know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations have had anything to do with him.
That's what I thought was strange. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to...
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
I understand. Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Since this is a trial about the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open. You're right. This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Ah, Malou, Silver, when did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving. It's our hope that you'll come.
Thank you so much.
See you then! Now that Navia has set out for Aranias, we should also get going. The location has already been marked on the... Huh. According... Let's go and try to find the entrance. Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production bay. Ah, your Navia's probably...
It would appear that I must repeat my question again. Do you accept the charge that you are the true—
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their— In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion. I've got to admit, that's one of the most— When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently—
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to— Then why don't you duel me too? Huh?
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances kit.
That case had nothing to do with him!
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated— but that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge—
Oh, please! Did you ever think I had any We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to— and if my charges prove true—
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my— So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to—
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia.
That person— Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabriere!
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister?
Oh, is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged.
Yes.
In that case, I declare the charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your— Members of the guards. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney.
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived—
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think— Come on, why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specific...
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage. On the day of the murder, Spina di Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the... During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarand in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea. This assassin first shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead. A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But now, it is clear that the clothes were proof that there was a third person at the scene, and that they were turned into water since it was raining. The testimony of the victim. However, in the end, he reconsidered. And unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this. Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This...
So that's what happened. Wait, you're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
Then, may I ask some questions? And 1, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at— Boo! I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, We should be able to... Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable...
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second question has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as... Then why didn't Mr. Callis explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person...
I've thought about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What?
If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right, but what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist. But by staying silent, we retained the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn. And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
That's right.
So I've been muted. I don't know how long I've been.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
Hello? You got one good?
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callis was intending to die?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
I've been streaming for the past 3 hours. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 32 seconds.
As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives.
Now, you best believe I might stop streaming. Wait, why?
In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest
when
hope
is
to continue
the end of the
living.
half season?
So just one look and I can
Another
tell if a duelist is
month?
hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
I want that border! That border go good with my fucking,
I hereby swear on my name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callis never intended to leave the
Since that's your testimony,
Hell yeah.
I have no more questions.
I might
It appears
switch
there
over
really are
my
good
genshin
grounds
stream
to reopen this
to
case.
Marvel Rivals, because I'm a little bit confident in
I
playing
concur.
it. with
However,
my
Miss
new
Navia,
setup.
you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
No, I do want to play. I do want to play.
Right? What she said was fascinating,
Also,
but kind
I've
of
been on the
beside
same
point.
fucking quest for the last 3 hours. Fontaine is fucked.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of
Yeah.
course, Your Honor.
I'm currently at
The
the
two
part where
cases are
Navia
connected
is
via a matter of timing.
Navia is pleading her father's case.
In my father's case, the culprit
Act
intended
2.
to kill both Jacques and Callus. And, at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because the culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene.
Hooray! I don't know how to do that.
Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Is that the golden currency or the blue currency? Ah, I only have 200 of that.
So that's why you suspected me. I'm used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you... On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing?
Know what you can say to that.
I know that even with that, you
So,
might
yeah,
still
I'm
think you
stuck in
can
dialogue
reduce
right
the
now,
list
but
of
after I
suspects
get out,
with some
I'm
further
gonna-
investigation. I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. Business point reason for me to kill young women. It's a high-risk action with pain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only... But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Okay.
I do apologize, demoiselle.
No, it's not your fault.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances? You can also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable
still
anguish
running an
in your
organization in
heart?
Fontaine.
Seems like she got the wrong guy. At this rate, Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
I think you've done a superb job of dissecting your father's feelings but aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Yo, that sounds actually
This
kind of cool.
isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims
Money! We
is
have
that I
money
still have the
now?
ability to search the people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the
He's
people
still
who
Jeff's
suffered
money.
tragic
Jeff,
ends due to their
Jeff has
sense
negative
of
money.
justice.
We've just paid off his debt.
Many people's images are, and whose? Is it a man named Vache? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Why earlier? So production base. Please let me be able to leave the game. Damn it, I can't. Please let me change my characters. No, no, I don't want Scar. That's okay. It will start me at this point, I believe. Yeah, it will start me at this point. Okay.
Will we be gone long?
Alright. And in the 3 hours of me streaming, I got 360 primo gems. 360 primo gems. That's good. Nuts. I would probably, by the way, ask to go into a quick play or a custom match just to check if it's still competent enough. Like my stuff. If not. Mhm. An update is found. Six abilities to show? Yeah. Yo. Invis girl? Sorry. Nice. So a better Daredevil. Ah. Nice. Okay. Well, that's what gambling is. Luckily, we're Genshin players. So... Hooray! It's totally not going to be the first thing I ban meanwhile going in comp. Okay. I'm just updating my game. It's only going to take me about 5 minutes. Huh? Disk usage 1.8 gigabits per second. Big as this goddamn update. Like, my thing is doing 1.5 gigabits a second, and it's still gonna take 6 minutes. Marvel, what type of shit are you on right now?
Oh. I'm sorry, what's it called? Doctor Strange is alt. Sorry, you don't exist no more. That's fun. Really fun. But yeah, I banned sorry, the game that I won for my rank up, the enemy team had 2 DCs. I feel so bad. 2 DCs. I feel so bad. That was my rank up game. You're running at 6 gigabits per second. Why do you have 4 minutes remaining? Oh, it might be going through all the files to, like, place the update files. That's what it's fucking doing. Let me check how much, like, gigabytes Marvel Rivals is taking up on my disk. Steam library, Steam apps, comment. Nope, you have a separate one. Where are you downloaded? That is not good. I don't know where my game is downloaded. What else did I buy? It appears that it's downloaded on my computer. Marvel Rivals, yeah, it's 104 gigabytes. No wonder. Even gigabit per second. Yeah, Marvel... It's not 104 gigabytes for you? Oh. Maybe it's because I haven't finished the update. Ah. I had someone join my stream and be like, yo, buddy, just followed. Let's play together and share gaming tips. Add me on Discord now. And I'm like, oh. I gave them... Yeah, I gave them a warning, and for some reason, bots are unable to, like, accept warnings. Like, be like, oh, yes, I've been warned. They can't click the button for some reason, so I gave them a warning, like, what, 2 hours ago, and they were live in my chat, like, live in thing, participating as a viewer for at least 30 extra minutes. They didn't follow, by the way. Just lies. She's just Catwoman. Indeed you have. DPS? They're a healer? Oh. We need more.
So you're just no clipping. Interesting. Of course they have. Indeed. Are you fucking kidding me? Innovate. Can you share your screen because it's estimating me a fucking hour now for a 12 gigabyte update. She jumps and she shoves her ass in your face. Oh. Damn. Why? Is that her default one? Ew. Yeah, go ahead. That lunged so far! Ugh. We're having another BP. Well, it looks like I'm not learning then. At 4 stars, but plays like Squirrel Girl, just close range. I will be ending my stream because my stream is taking up a lot of disk. I already know what it is. Let me just end the stream. Sorry everyone, I will have to end my stream here for the pure fact of the game ain't updating. Like, it won't be updating. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Didn't get as far as I wanted to.